Hi, I'm Rob Evans, chef owner of Hugo's Restaurant here in Portland, Maine. Also chef owner of our sister restaurant Duck Fat right here in Portland, Maine. Today I'm going to be showing how to do what we call puffed pig ears, which is basically a pork crackling. I find these are a little bit nicer than pork cracklings. The ears have a lot less fat on them, and I think you'll find a really superior snack food out of this in the end as opposed to your traditional crackling. This is our pig ears. It's always a joy to take something as obscure as that and turn it into something refined, edible, tasty. The first step is to cook these. Make them as tender as possible. For about, simmer them in this water stovetop for about 3 or 4 hours, or we do them here at Hugo's. It's overnight at about 200 degrees or so. Most important is that they're cooked tender. You just want to be able to make sure that they're pliable, the flesh is coming off, and we'll show you that in a little bit. Your basic mirepoix, onions, carrots, celery, thyme sprigs, bay leaf. Over here, allspice, cinnamon, juniper, star anise. Those nice fall pork flavors. And then from here, pig ears go right in. This is a water base too. Totally unnecessary to use stock. It actually can inhibit the frying process later and make them a little bit darker than normal, so just use straight up water. These go right on the stove. We'll bring that up to simmer, turn it down, and then from there, again, stovetop in the oven. It takes a long time, goes slow, and you're really looking for tenderness more than anything. It's best to do these warm too. You do them cold, they're not as pliable. This way you can flatten them up. And there's a piece of cartilage that goes right through the center. And that's what we're trying to get out. And perfect shapes, not important. These will puff up considerably in size. Let's see, we'll do one more. See how easy that comes off? The cartilage in between's very stiff. You can actually do them with the cartilage on. I don't like them like that. It adds a little crunch to it, but some people enjoy that crunch. But for me, the whole idea of what I'm showing you today is a nice, delicate version of a crackling. So from here, we have a silpat. Just place them on silpat. If you don't have a silpat, you could use do the pan, a lot of spray or oil, make sure they don't stick. They're pretty gummy with all the, it's very gelatinous, so it can stick pretty easy. But a silpat would be the best for that. From here, we go into a 175 degree oven for about 12 hours. Seems like a really long time, but you're really not hovering over this at the same time. You put it in the oven, you're letting it go, so the time shouldn't be a deterrent. So here we have the pig ears after they've been dried. You can see, they're brittle, and that's what you want. If they bend at all without cracking, they need to go back into the oven to finish up. And that's pretty much it. What's nice is you can hold these indefinitely now. If people over the house, whatever, you can fry them up quickly. They'll almost stay indefinitely because the water is taken out of them. Well, pretty much here we're left to fry. I'm going to show how to make a seasoning salt for it. That's pretty easy. We're using maltodextrin, which is a tapioca-based product, which has great absorbing powers. It can absorb oils and turn them into a powder. Today we're going to do chorizo powder. We've got a little chorizo fat, some citric acid. If for some reason you say you don't own a restaurant, you're not a chef, and you're like, what is maltodextrin? This is an added addition to the recipe. It's not something that's entirely important. These things are great with salt and black pepper on them, and so this is just another level. So we got 2 cups of maltodextrin, pinch of citric acid, chorizo fat, and just drizzle that into the maltodextrin. And you end up with this nice flavored powder. I kind of like the maltodextrin. Almost mimics Doritos in a sense, or other snack foods. And if you look at the ingredients, it's a really popular ingredient in a lot of snack foods. So from here, we're going to fry them up. We've got a hot fryer going, about 375 to 400. It needs to be hot. It needs that instant heat in order to activate minute bits of water in there. Creates the steam, and that creates the puff on it. So you can see, you get a considerable amount of puffing on that. It's really light. The thing with maltodextrin though, temperature sensitive, so if you are using maltodextrin to season these, let it chill out for about a minute or so, just to let the heat dissipate. So here we are, puffed pig ears out of the fryer. So the whole process, probably about 24 hours, but again, it's braise them in the oven. It's not like you're hovering over them, then dehydrating them. So I think the time is a little irrelevant just because there was really little work that went into them. As soon as they're out of the fryer, you want to season them with salt and pepper. That'll help them cling a little bit. Just want to let them cool down just a touch before you put your maltodextrin spice on there, because it can melt it. And I think what you'll find with these is the pork cracklings that you've had as a kid in the bag, which to me are very greasy. You'll find these very clean. Not greasy on the tongue. And we serve these at our bar at Hugo's, puffed pig ears with chorizo powder.